Yeah, I started when I was 12. I was like an alcoholic, weed smoker. Alcohol started to begin to taste like juice for me. It was like juice for me. Like I can take a whole bottle of alcohol and just throw it down and drink it, and it would be no problems. Like no problems until I realized like how how bad it got because I would just act out. Like it wasn't a bad act out. Like I would have fun, but I realized I was acting out. I really didn't get in trouble until after I had my son. So I got pregnant when I was 19 and I had him when I turned 20. So he's 2 right now. He's fine, but nobody wanted to help me. I had no help at all. And one day he ran out of diapers. Literally, like he had 2 diapers left. My grandma was like, "He need diapers. I don't have no money." And I'm like, I don't have nothing either. I don't have anything. So I left him there with my grandma got to work. I said, "I'll be back." And I started prostituting to, come up with diapers, do whatever he needed. And like, I never got in trouble, but I did. There was a lot of times where I actually ran from the cops, but I got caught once and they didn't have enough evidence to say that I was prostituting. So I was like, oh my God. Like I was like so happy that I did not get into no trouble. That 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 oh, it was hard. Like for me as a kid, me and my brother, we were treated bad because we were darker than the other our other siblings. So we're darker, you're not. My brother, we had to go live with my uncle because my dad went to prison. So we went to go live with my uncle and he treated us so bad. Like you can't eat, you're gonna go sleep under the stairs. He molested us. He let his friends come in and molest us until one day, like we ran away. And he didn't even care that we ran away because nobody knew that we were gone. We were homeless for about a year. And then my aunt, she picked us up from the park. We were sleeping in the park and she picked us up. But it was like she just wanted to use us to help her with her kids. So I grew up really fast. Like I have to cook for the kids, take the kids a bath, go take them to school, pick them up from school. You come home from school early to go get the other kids from school, and it was like really really bad. And my brother, he's like, I don't want to be here no more. So one day, me and my brother, we went to school, and I didn't see my brother at school no more. He ran away, and I don't know how he got on the bus or on the train, but he ran away and came to Arizona. And nobody knew he came to Arizona until my grandma called and said, y'all know Demonte's out here. And they're like, I was so mad. I'm like, you ran away, you left me. You could have took me with you. But he left and he made it out here. And, when he left and came out here, he was 12. I was 11. So, yeah, he came out here and now he's in Nebraska. He's 23 years old. He's in Nebraska. He wants to start training to be a police officer. He had a scholarship out here, but he got hurt. He broke his ankle from football. And I promise I'm so proud of him. I am really proud of him. He makes me happy. And he makes me want to know, like, how did you get through it? Because it's still hard for me. It's like really still hard for me to get through it. Because I didn't come to Arizona until I was 17 because my grandma had a fall. And I wanted to come and help her. Nobody else was. So I'm like, well, I'll go help my grandma instead of staying here and I have to take care of kids. But I come out here, I help my grandma out, and then my grandma starts saying like, you don't do anything, like, because I would stay in the room. I would just go in the room and sit there in the dark all day long. And my grandma, she's like, you don't do anything. I'm gonna find somebody so you can have fun with. So she introduced me to one of her friends from her church. And then she introduced me to her grandson. And I thought he was really nice, and we started hanging out, and he started to like take me to like little parties and stuff. And then I ended up getting pregnant by him. And to this day, he still hardly helps. Like, to this day, he still hardly helps, and it's really hard for me. And okay, so when I was pregnant, I was still drinking, I was still getting high, and I found a job at Price. I did not know that I was pregnant. I didn't at all, and until one day I had a real bad falling in Price. Like I went down, I had a seizure, and they called the paramedics to come pick me up, and they're like, "Ma'am, you're pregnant." And I'm like, "I'm not pregnant. I can't be pregnant." And I told them like, "I still drink, I still get high. I can't be pregnant." They're like, "You're 4.5 months pregnant. You're pregnant." And I was just so terrified. Like I was so terrified because I did not believe I was pregnant. And after that, I think I drank one more time after that. And then I tried to kill myself because I did not. I knew I couldn't. I knew I couldn't like take care of the baby because I did not want any kids because of what I went through. Like I had to take care of kids, even though that I'm a kid, I still want to live a life too. So I did not. I knew for myself, it's like I don't want any kids. So I was going through a lot of pain while I was pregnant. So they gave me some oxycodone pills. And one day I went in a bathtub, got in a bathtub, and I think I took 20 oxycodone pills. Took them all. And I thank God that my grandma had to use the restroom because she knocked on the door. And she said, "You wouldn't answer." She said, "I knew it was something wrong because you would usually say I'm coming out or, just come in and use the bathroom." But she was like, "You didn't answer, you didn't say nothing." She comes in there and I'm drowning myself and I am no life. No life in my body. She called a paramedic. She told me I'm not breathing. She doesn't have a heartbeat. There's nothing here. The paramedics, they picked me up and they took me to the hospital in a helicopter. And I was in a coma for about 3 months. Like I was literally on life support. Like it was, my grandma would tell you, my grandma would say she didn't have no life in her body at all. And then it was time for me to have my son, and he didn't have a heartbeat for about 7.5 minutes. 7.5 minutes, there was no life in him. And I cried because at that point I wanted him. Even though at first I didn't, but I wanted him. That right there is everything to me. He is not affected at all. Now I do. At first I didn't, but now I do. Now I do. At some point in time when I first got here, I didn't like to be called pretty or anything. Like if you called me pretty, I felt like you wanted something from me. Because my uncle, he would beat me up and tell me to look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror, you think anybody wants you, you're ugly, you're this. So that stuck to me for a long time. So it was a point where if you called me pretty, I felt like you wanted somebody else. But when I got here, this is like a family. So like I don't feel like nobody wants something from me. Like, oh, you're beautiful, you look pretty today. I take it, and then like the staff here, like they'll tell me like different things to do to like believe that I'm pretty myself now. So I started to stick sticky notes on my mirror and say like you're beautiful, you're confident, you can do it, and stuff like that. So I became like more determined to do things that I know that I can do. Yeah, so once I started putting the sticky notes on my mirror, it started to show me like you're determined, you can do whatever you put your mind to, and you're also beautiful, and you are a great mother. So that right there is how I see myself. I see myself as a beautiful, smart, intelligent, determined young mother. My hobby is actually coming here, and even though I don't have to volunteer at the cafe, I do. I go in there and I work like really good in there because it gives me something to do and it makes me happy when I do it. So it really gives me something to do. And also with my son, I would like take him to the park. We go on walks. I put him in a stroller. We go on walks, and that right there is my world, my everything.